Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the J-Sport. On this week's episode of the J-Sport, we go to get the wheel alignment on this car and get everything sorted. Woohoo! Hey guys, first things first, rivet the bonnet to give it a bit more structure, and then we need to go to GP Auto Electrics to pick up some injector clips to get these injectors working once and for all. Come down to GP Auto Electric, check out his episode, it's somewhere up here in the corner, and he's given us 4 injector clips and some clips that the wires go inside here. And yeah, time to go back to Christos and see if we can get this car started. Thank you, Mr. GP. Bye. I want to get this car to work properly. And now I've marked with Tipex all the wires that I won't be using with an X, so that we can zip tie them to the wiring when we get them out of the way. This is the first time this car is gonna move. Whoa, it's moving! What's he doing? He's gone crazy with his car. And it comes out of CH Loizu garage for the first time. Oh yeah! Woohoo! Wheel alignment time. So many vibrations in the car, my ass is like going turbo noises. Just arrived at Paulis Service Tires, the guy's right here. And now it's time for wheel alignment. This place is quite cool. I'm gonna walk on this dangerous thing here. Oh, how cool is this Metrima place? It's a nice walk around thing around here that you can just walk and check out your car while it's getting wheel aligned. Finally it's going to be a bit more straight, and then when we take it to Aachen, sideways. Yes! We need to sort out the lights so we can see how to get back. So here at the J-Spot we celebrate in one way only. How do we celebrate, Cristo? It's never good news when you want a Sylvia. So on the way back from the wheel alignment place, we noticed the brakes were failing a little bit, and we've realized that the main ABS pump has exploded and there's oil dripping everywhere, and also the return feed for the turbo seems to be very, very wet and oily. We have one oil leak here and we have one oil leak right there, if you can see that spot. So back to the drawing board. Just when I was getting excited that we were going to go to the track, guys. Just when I thought we were getting to the track.
The next day.
Alright guys, so we've just arrived at Aachen Speedway. We came down with James and Alexei. We're going to take the ABS pump off this car. I hope it's still on here. This one's getting rounded off every time I put the thing on it. This pole here. One of the 2 of these guys are starting to get rounded, so I've put on this sheet.
How that work?
I was going to do the same thing. It's too soft.
After the crash, all of this is moved over and it's squashing the ABS pump against the window wiper pump. So now I'm finding myself taking off the window wiper motor so I can get to the ABS pump. Now we take off the 8 that holds the negative cable down. We almost dropped, we dropped the bolt on the floor. I bet you're all cringing. I'm turning all these wires around until one of them snaps. And in the process, I'm getting covered in oil. I did a break there. So I had to keep spinning this around until this cut, because this one and this one, they started to get rounded off. Ooh, there's some heat in that. So that's it out. Hopefully this works. I also remembered that this is on the car for the steering wheel.
Solid steering version.
Yep, and I've taken the clutch pump as well, just in case mine breaks. Right guys, so that's the ABS pump and all of that stuff in the car, ready to go back to Christo. And now we've come back to see Christo Garage in Achna. We did a video, check it out in the corner. We did a video of the scrap yard, which is over there, behind those orange containers. And we did a video of his garage. In here, there's lots of parts for every car that you can imagine. We're picking up an engine for Christo and we're going back to Nicosia. See you in a bit.
A few moments later.
ABS pump. Last time I was down here and I didn't film it because I was really pissed off that it blew up. Now I've picked the one from Achna Speedway, as you saw earlier on today. I'm going to fit in this mount by putting in all the screws. There's one screw here, 2 here in the arch and 1 down at the bottom, and then we can fit this up. Putting the ABS pump back in, but first I need to attach the negative cable.
Why are you not in J-Spot often?
Why am I not in the J-Spot often? I don't know, I'm in the J-Spot plenty.
What do you mean plenty? You haven't been in RATTRAP build at all?
Well, I haven't been in the RATTRAP build at all because there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. So for me, this is definitely the wrong way to do things.
So you say that this is the wrong way to do things?
Yes?
Why?
I do.
There's the right way to do it, and then there's the RATTRAP way to do it. And we're doing it perfectly fine.
Exactly.
That's it guys, they're all connected. I put them on the bracket as well so they're not in the way. Done. Very close now to getting it ready. We just check the return turbo line. Hopefully it's not leaking oil from the gearbox. Because if it is, I am no way taking off the gearbox again. I'm going to drift it until something explodes in next year again. But behind that metal black bracket that holds the gearbox to the engine, it's the edge of where the sump meets the block. There was an oil leak there, so we've put, I don't know if I can get my phone up in there, but you can see a bit of black stuff there. I've put silicone on the outside of the sump as I could not be bothered to take the sump off, as the engine has to come up and the cross member has to come out. So we've done this bodge up job and it seems to be working. Now you might be asking yourselves, the silicone might just fall off while I'm drifting. Well, if that does happen, I will just add more silicone the next time, let it dry, and then go drifting again. Celebratory walk. Woohoo! The car is wetting! Guys, so that's that's the brakes working. We did a bit of a brake test with a small burnout just because I'm excited that the car's working. And now I'm going to take off the hoses to give the radiator a nice splash, and then the car's finished. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Hermes from LC Racing. Check out their video in the corner of the screen. They're picking me up and taking me straight to Aachen Speedway, where I'll be meeting Dave. Also Dave's video up in the corner right now. And we're going to go for some drifting. So that's the car finished. Everything's done, radiators flashed, bleed the brakes and everything, and we need to say, need this guy to come here, and we need to say thank you, because without him, I would never have fixed this piece of shit. Thanks a lot. Finally ready! I can't believe we finished it, guys. It took us 3 weeks and 6 episodes, and I love the way I said it was going to be a 2-part special. Car's absolutely done. I'd like to say a huge thank you to CH Loizo Garage, a huge thank you to Andreas, Christos and Benduris, and to all the other people who helped me on the car, such as George, who helped me out with the roof scoop, the guys who helped me out with the rear spoiler of the car. Thanks to everybody. It's absolutely amazing. The car's working. We were only meant to do a 2-part video for this build series. The only problem left with the car is that I have some problem with the piston rings, but that will be on the next series, which will be engine rebuild. I'd like to say also a huge big thank you to all you viewers that have been watching this build series, and yeah, let's see what happens with this car. Alright peeps, so the car is now completely ready to go down to Aachen Speedway. We've got our tires on the car, black ratchet strapped to the car. We've got tires inside the car, and in the back of the car there's about 14 tires inside and 4 tires at the back. So yeah, that's it, ready to go. And the next time you'll see this car is tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock when Hermes comes down to pick it up so we can go to Aachen Speedway.